You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Hello, welcome back to the channel, it's JPA here. In today's video I'm going to be discussing Rangers' very impressive victory over Aberdeen yesterday at Ibrox. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, help me on my way. I'm trying to get to 250 subscribers by the end of the season. It's more than achievable if a little bit of your help goes a long way. I've noticed that on my analytics, 50% of the people watching these videos are non-subscribers, so if you're watching this video and you're not a subscriber, please think about hitting that subscribe button and helping me out. And we'll just get straight into this video, guys. So the game finished Rangers 4, Aberdeen 0, just to 12 goals in our last two games at Ibrox. No good enough, is it? We want more than that. In all seriousness, great result. Before the game I said 2-0, and it was double that. Really good performance throughout the 90 minutes. We could have scored more. It probably, honestly, could have been 7 or 8. We could have had another 8-0 easily if we had taken a couple of chances towards the end of the game. We started really positively. 5 minutes in, we got our first real chance of the game. Tavernier cut inside from the right into the middle of the park, jumps over a challenge and plays a brilliant through ball into Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent takes a touch, and unfortunately for him, shoots straight at the keeper. You could say it's maybe a good save for Joe Lewis, but you're expecting Ryan Kent to score from there. It took him just 10 minutes to redeem himself. 15 minutes on the clock and we got our first goal. Arfield had the ball in midfield, kind of just dropped it into the path of Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent stopped for a second, allowed the player to come. I can't remember who the player was. Aberdeen's number 8, if you want to know. I honestly don't know who it was, but he waited for him to come, does a cheeky little nutmeg right past him, drives forward and gets about 5-10 yards outside the box, hits a unbelievable shot. Does take a slight deflection, but it does, I think it's gone in anyway. Definitely Kent's goal, and it clips inside of the post and goes in. Really good finish, and delighted for Kent because I've been a little bit critical of him in the last couple of weeks. I don't think he's been pulling his weight in terms of going forward, but when you actually watch it back, all his performances put together, he's doing kind of what like Morelos does sometimes and just drops deep, gets the ball. He does get involved, but he's just no obviously getting involved in the latter stages of the moves that he was doing in the first couple of games of the season. But now that I think that's him back to his best, he was absolutely phenomenal yesterday. Now between the first goal and the second goal we had a really good penalty claim. Now if you watch the highlights on YouTube, which is what I did to kind of refresh my memory, on the official SPFL channel, you wouldn't know that it was a penalty claim because it wasn't shown. Honestly don't know why that is. It's been a couple of occasions now where we've had really strong claims for penalties and free kicks in dangerous areas, and you go back and watch the highlights and they're no there. Strange enough, but yeah, it was a definite penalty. I can't remember who played it in to Roof, but I think it's Ojo, comes right through the backhand, just slides his feet away, completely swipes him off his feet, and you're waiting for the referee to make a decision. He doesn't even look at it. It's, you know, sometimes you can see the referee's maybe thinking about it and then decides to wave play on. He didn't even do that. He just ignored the situation completely. Bit of a strange one, but we did obviously get redeemed in the second half with another penalty. 29 minutes on the clock and we got another goal. Kamar Roof this time. It came from a trademark Connor Goldson ball from the back. The ball was absolutely weighted brilliantly. The well-timed run from Kamar Roof. The touch was excellent on the edge of the box. He drives across the 18-yard line and then finally shoots with his left foot after getting past a couple of defenders. Joe Lewis got a really strong hand to it, but he just couldn't keep it out. It was too powerful and it went in the back of the net for 2-0. And another decent goal for Kamar Roof, who's doing really well right now. Really pleased with that signing. Again, for some reason, the highlights didn't show this, but Aberdeen had a couple of opportunities as well. They had one where Ryan Hedges was driving forward, gets to the edge of the box, plays in Cosgrove on the edge of the area, and Connor Goldson's in the right place at the right time to block. Really good defending from Goldson. Completely forgot his name there. Yeah, because I think it was Balogun got caught under the ball and kind of just got looped over him. He didn't know whether to kind of jump up and attack it or wait till it dropped, but he kind of got caught in two minds there. And we were lucky to escape that but it was really well defended from Connor Goldson. So that's it, we got to half time, 2-0 up, and when we came into the second half, at half time you're thinking, right, Morelos hasn't played particularly well, his passing's been slightly off, he's gave Aberdeen a couple of opportunities to break, and you're thinking Aberdeen are going to come into the second half, and if they get a goal, it's going to be a little bit nervy. But that just didn't happen. Rangers just started the second half the way they started the first half, really positive, and it was 4 minutes in, we got our third goal. It came from their own throw-in. They threw it down the line. Arfield heads it back onto, I think it was Morelos. Morelos does a neat little flick round the corner into Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent's driving forward as he normally does, into the box, waits for Arfield's run, lays it off perfectly to him, and Arfield shoots, and to be honest it does look like it's going wide, but it takes a massive deflection, sends the keeper completely the wrong way and ends up in the back of the net. Massive slice of luck there, but I think we deserved it over the piece, to be honest. Just another 4 minutes later we got another goal. Corner comes in from the left hand side from Borna Barisic, and at first I didn't really know what happened. The whistle went and I thought, oh, it was probably a free kick to Aberdeen, but then it showed the replay. Andrew Considine's got his arms all over Balogun, dragging him left, right and centre, and eventually just drags him to the ground. Definite penalty, absolute stonewaller. I thought the first one was even more of a stonewaller, but delighted that he got it right on that occasion. So Tavernier stepped up to the penalty and he missed it. I'm only joking. Tavernier does what he does best, scores. It was a really good finish. Normally he kind of just puts a lot of power into it and gets it right into the corner, but this one he just side foots it into the bottom right, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Really good finish, and Tavernier's just unbelievable for a goal. I didn't actually know what the stats are. I think it's about 13 goals he's scored now, which is absolutely insane. I think 8 or 9 of them have been penalties, but you still got to put them away. Anyone can say, oh, it's a penalty, it's easy to score. It's not easy to score, particularly the pressures that he's facing this season, where he's the captain that could possibly, and I say possibly because I don't think it's anywhere near over, but he could possibly lead us to the title, which is obviously what we want. So at 4-0, you're expecting Rangers to maybe just shut up shop a little bit and just see the game out. I didn't actually think that was our tactic. In the last half hour, we brought on Jermaine Defoe, Glenn Kamara, Hadji then came on later on, Itten came on, Steve Davis came on, and we did try and go for it, but for some reason, some strange reason, Derek McInnes decided to drop his players back another 10 yards and just they were happy to see the game out at 4-0. I don't know why you'd be happy at 4-0. I mean, even if you get one goal, 4-1's better than 4-0 really, and it gives your team a wee bit of confidence. So I didn't understand the thing with that. On a even stranger note, we could have had McInnes as our manager. I'm so glad that never happened, and we eventually got Stevie G in, because the tactical awareness of both managers was night and day in this game, and it showed. So in that last half hour we did create another couple of chances, but nothing really clear cut. There was a few chances where we were just like playing little 1-2s and little flicks and little just neat little tricks inside their box, and sometimes it was a little bit like pinball. I remember thinking at the time, it's funny to watch now because we're 4-0 up, but I can imagine if we were 0-0 at the time, you'd be pulling your hair out of that. But unfortunately we didn't score again, and it finished 4-0. Great victory, as I said. We played the game out in the last half hour really well. We toyed with them in the end, and as I say, it could have been more. So in terms of my man of the match, I've gone for James Tavernier. I could have picked Ryan Kent. I think I probably could have picked Roof. Arfield came into it in the second half. He wasn't that great in the first half, but in the second half certainly he came more into the game. I thought Goldson at the back was absolutely superb. Apart from maybe one mistake at that Aberdeen chance, Balogun had a great game. I thought obviously the two wing backs, Tavernier and Barisic, were absolutely outstanding. And just all over the pitch there's big performances from us, and not just the first 11 that started, the guys that came on were excellent as well. And it just shows our strength and depth again, that the fact that we're 4-0 up and that we're bringing Defoe, Itten, Hadji, Davis, who's arguably one of the best holding midfielders in the league right now. and Glenn Kamara as well, who's in my opinion superb. To bring these players on when you're 4-0 up just shows how strong our squad is right now. We're missing a good few players as well. We're missing Zingu, missing Katic, and Barker wasn't even in the squad. Obviously we've got this situation with Jones and Edmondson. I don't know if they'll come, but they're good players as well, you've got to remember, and they're not in the squad at all at the minute, which just shows you how strong we are right now. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video. As I always say, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Delighted to the people who have subscribed recently. Thank you very much for that. Hope you're watching today, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.